FPS games are amazing, and I've always wanted to make one, whether it be an arcade type FPS game or a dual type FPS game. For this video, I'll be making a Roblox FPS game in 7 days. Wow, that's a lot of FPS games in the first few seconds. This is going to be an incredibly difficult challenge because I've never made an FPS game from scratch. I've always used AI, FP gun kits with already pre-made guns, and honestly that ruined the feeling of game dev. The rules for this challenge are: number 1, most importantly number 1, no AI. AI is the reason that vibe coders exist, and if you don't know what those are, they're essentially people who just tell the AI to make the code for them. Go make the code for me, you slave. You're enslaved to me, AI. And believe it or not, I have been a vibe coder for quite some time now. And only now have I quit because I wanted to make this video. Haha. Another thing that I want to add is AI is probably one of the biggest reasons that slop games are infesting Roblox right now. Many copies of popular trends definitely use AI, especially those that are poorly made. Second, I must work on the game alone, without the help of any friends. And third, using the Roblox dev forums is allowed. Make sure to watch until the end, because I'll be testing this game with some of my friends and they'll be giving it a brutally honest rating. Now, let's get straight into the video. On day 1, I set up the view model and coded the view model to appear at the camera location. My dummy self's first approach was to stick the gun into the view model without the gun actually being a part of the view model. But I realized that it would make animation work so shitty, it would be so much harder to deal with. It was not really that necessary because I wasn't really making a large scale game anyways. Eventually though, I did get to make the view model work. On day 2, I started making shooting functionality. But before that, I had to visualize how I wanted it to work for myself. Because of the way that I coded it at that point, I could only shoot straight forward. I couldn't shoot up nor down. Yeah, it took me an entire day to deal with the shooting. This is because I wasn't very familiar with raycast. To be honest, I am still not too confident with the raycast. On day 3, I finally made it so you could shoot up and down. I also played around with this cool 3D GI framework that I found. The framework was made by users YY_Q80 and Sun_6X on Roblox. With that framework, I was able to make a health bar that was 3D. After getting the health bar to work, I made a placeholder for the dashing and the speed display. I got the idea of a speed display from this game on Roblox that I played called Redliner. I have a video of me playing that game, which you should actually totally check out. Anyways, next I played around with linear velocities and body velocities for the dash. But I found that I didn't really get the results that I wanted. Linear velocities, body velocities, and impulses or apply impulse are the options that I tried out. But I found that there were too many problems with it, mainly inconsistency. To elaborate, when I jumped or when I was airborne, the dashes would send me flying, which, yeah, was actually kind of fun. It wasn't very consistent. Another thing that I also noticed was when I hit a wall, with those options, it would bounce me off, which is, yeah, fun too, I guess. But yeah, still inconsistent. That was quite a doozy. So sadly, I didn't actually screen record on day 4. But I do have some good news, guys. I have some bugs that I want to show you. These bugs are from days 3 and 4, and I really want to show this to you because, well, transparency, I guess. Huh. This is what happens. That's so dumb! My character's over here! My character's over there! I'm focused here! If I try to move around, if
I try to move around, this happens. My legs are just into the ground, I guess.
I was finally able to make the dash work here. I was incredibly happy when this happened, because it was actually kind of hard to do. It was probably the hardest thing to code, in my opinion. It took me 2 days, wow. It gave me a sort of high that made me want to keep coding even more. Now, the high was amplified like 10 times more, because I was really questioning if I was still gonna be able to make this. Thankfully though, I pushed through, and I'm the GOAT and I'm the best. No, I'm not, but you get the point. The dash used raycast to send the player forward via C-frame manipulation. The bugs that I showed you were from me not using the raycast and C-frames properly. I also made it so the dash GUI would display how many dashes you had left by placing one dash icon for every dash that you have. Another thing that I did was make the speed display work. I also added reloading here and partially fixed a bug that was related to accidentally shooting a few extra bullets. Sorry to disappoint though, I couldn't catch the bullet bug on camera. On day 5, I started working on the gun view model. The gun's name is Pulsar/1. Cool, right? A pulsar, according to NASA, is a rapidly rotating neutron star. I made the gun reloading animations too here, and I believe that is quite cool. I also finally started working on the map. I tried to make as many covers as possible without ruining the look of the map, so the players or you guys could face off against one another without having to worry all too much about dying to a third party's bullets, whilst fighting another player. I also didn't screen record on day 6, but for you to get the gist of what I did on day 6, I was fixing a really big issue. The issue was game breaking. The player would lag so much after being in the game for 2 minutes or so. I only noticed this when I was in the game for more than 2 minutes, because I was only ever like testing the shooting. I wasn't really hanging out. It would make a player running on 60 FPS, which was me, drop down to 30 FPS. It's so fucking annoying. It took me quite a bit to find out what the problem was. To find out which script the problem was in, I had to disable some scripts just to test it out. Eventually, I found the culprit. The coroutine for my dash function never yielded. What this means is it kept running again and again and again, even when unnecessary. There are coroutines in my bullet handler too, I thought. So I made some more modifications to my code and also yielded those coroutines. I was quite happy with the changes here because they improved the performance. I also worked on the shoot VFX here. Day 7 was the day that I dreaded. I still had quite a bit to do. Number 1, I didn't have SFX or sound effects. Number 2, the GUIs didn't actually have proper illustrations, only placeholders. And number 3, my map was so small that I could shoot across the entire map. And 4, Pulsar 1, the gun that I added, was just the base medium stone gray, devoid of any personality. So, to solve the first problem, I had the shoot sound play on the server. And for the reloading, I had to make animation events and republish the animation so that sounds would be made by the client to play whenever an animation event was occurred. Thankfully, that was quite easy to do. And now the next problem, I made dash icons first. I landed on a simple circle design for the dash icons. Next, I drew the heart. Then I made a reload GUI and drew a star to represent the bullets. Why stars? Because gamma ray bursts happen when a star collapses into a black hole. Yeah, this game's not very realistic, is it? The third problem was way heavier of a task. And to be honest, I started that at around 8:36 PM. So you can bet your asses that I was rushing. Fortunately, I didn't take too long. The map's not that detailed anyway, so it wasn't that hard. I extended the pool thing into a river and added a bridge. I rotated the clock tower to face the other side of the map. And I made that side of the map way more urban looking, drawing inspirations from Tuscan and Arsenal map. I forgot to mention, the side of the map where I first worked on was also inspired by a different game, CAT, which is short for Knife Ability Test. That side of the map drew inspiration from CAT's Dust map. looks like I'm still building, so you can watch the building montage for now. And finally, after all of that, I recolored the Pulsar 1 gun, and boom, I was finally finished with the game. So now it's time for testing it. I had 2 of my friends test the game with me, and we'll 1v1 against each other. We got some pretty good ratings. Look at that, both of them rated 7 out of 10. Anyways, after that, I did fix the bugs that they told me to fix, and added some of the things that they told me to add. It is currently 1:43 a.m. The date is July 17, 2026. This voiceover isn't scripted. I'm just so tired, and I spent so much work on this video, and I'm really hoping that you guys can subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and whatever else, because everything counts. Everything is it supports the channel that I made for fun. Oh, that's thunder right there. Not even sure if CapCut has noise cancelling or whatever. Anyways, that's all for this video, I guess. See you guys in approximately 6 months. And another gentle reminder that's not so gentle: like and subscribe.